Oh, it's the camera's. Is the camera rolling?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Can you see it?
see what?
Can you see like a dot?
No.
Oh, good. That's good to know.
Sorry. Okay, I just need to add volume to my hair. When I take a second to reflect back on everything that's happened from my first year to my third year and even last semester, just think of appreciating all of the highs and definitely all of the lows. I know what I learned from the lows definitely developed me the most academically, professionally, and socially. So when I look back at it, I'm definitely appreciative of the journey and everything that's happened. And leading up to this point, it's just me enjoying every single day that this semester has to offer. That's pretty much how I feel about my last semester at Schulich.
I'm not spending my last semester at Schulich. I'm actually spending my last semester in Barcelona for exchange at the side of business. It's very exciting because, I'm going to be entering the real world soon, but that also comes with some concerns about am I ready or not, right? It's really interesting because on one hand, it's good to know that you're closing chapters like as you go on with life, but on the other hand, it's about the fact that you feel that there could have been other things that you could have done. But I think that it's very important in like the last semester at Schulich to always like think about all the things that you've done and be very, very thankful for that, and figure out what the next steps are going to be, and then make your new goals accordingly.
Schulich has been a huge part of the last 4 years of my life, and I can't really picture what next year is going to be like without it. So I'm kind of just taking each day stride by stride and enjoying my last days here, but it doesn't feel like it's actually my last semester.
Part of me feels really nostalgic because I can't believe the past 3.5 years went by as quick as they did. It seems just like yesterday I was a freshman. Wait, can I start again? Froshy? There we go. I'm like freshman. I'm like, that doesn't sound right. I'm super excited to leave, but I'm also super sad to be leaving as well. I've been involved in so much stuff here that I really think that this is my second home. And the fact that I'm leaving and not necessarily never coming back, but I'm not going to be here full time is scary because I put so much time and love into the school, and not being here is weird. And also because I've met so many students that are younger than me, it's weird to not have them in my everyday life going into the future, and that part also makes me want to come back and visit when I'm done here.
What's your funniest story at your time at Schulich?
Probably my funniest story happened in first year. It's quite a long story, but I'll try to make it short. It honestly happened when I thought that one of my really good friends, Dishan, was a girl for the longest time. And the reason was because we kept talking on Facebook, and he had a profile picture of him and a girl. And for the longest time I thought he was a girl, and eventually, given that I found the girl was quite attractive, I started talking to them a bit differently, and then I realized it was a guy, and I stopped.
Your funniest experience at Schulich?
Oh no, Houman's already answered this. That's the thing.
My favorite memory would be 2 years ago at Frosh when we did our messy games, and it was the first time that we had ever got a drone type view of when we dumped all the baby powder on the first year students. And like the video that we got from that, like every time I watch it, it just gives me chills, and it's become a huge tradition for Frosh at Schulich, and I love it.
So this summer I was the Schulich Orientation Week co-chair, and we were testing out a few of the messy games for Frosh. And so one of them was a snowball fight that we had. So there was a mixture of shaving cream and cornstarch. And then because we just wanted to test it out ourselves, we made it in a classroom, and then realized we couldn't have a snowball fight in the school, so we had to go out. So then we were outside by the Bennett Center, just on the road, tossing like snowballs of shaving cream and cornstarch at each other, like getting messy everywhere. The streets were just like covered in cornstarch. And then we had to come in, hands and bodies just covered in cornstarch. And then we walked past an MBA who just gave us the dirtiest look, and we're like, hey, listen, we're undergrad students. This is what we do.
Most of the funny stories I have probably aren't really appropriate for this, so I guess I can just talk about some of the most fun experiences.
Okay.
So I think that the most fun experience I've had would be with Frosh, my first time actually being a Frosh leader, just because it gave me a chance to better connect with the community, and also help me recognize that I do like mentoring students. And so during that time, working with my Frosh group, getting to know some of the other Frosh leaders, really gave me a chance to become a more involved member in the Schulich community.
Who has been your favorite prof here at Schulich over the last 4 years?
Bill Wolf was definitely my favorite prof. I had him both in first year for ethics and third year for CSR, and he was one of the the very few profs at Schulich that I saw so much passion in, and every time he spoke, like, it was just really inspiring, and it was a really engaging class. He definitely really cares about the subjects that he teaches.
My favorite prof I've ever had in the last 4 years is Ala Voladina.
Without a doubt, Ala Valentina. Every single time I see her, or every single time I have a class with her, it's a new experience. She's not just someone that's a great teacher and super dedicated to your learning, but she's also hilarious, and she's willing to get to know you as a person. And I'm glad to say that I've had her for 4 times now in my entire undergrad.
I think the most meaningful life lesson that I've learned in the past 4 years is to get involved. And you hear it a lot about, oh, make sure you get involved, it looks great for resumes, but I think the reason why I valued it so much is because I got to meet amazing people.
Surrounding myself with good people and with genuine people. So for me, it's all about, I was fortunate enough to meet people that have good relationships with me and have good relationship with them. Good enough that I can text them at 3 a.m. and expect a text back whenever I'm going through something or whether I'm stuck in a silence or something like that.
Not comparing yourself to others, because it's very easy to compare yourself to what everyone else is doing, but everyone comes from different circumstances and people have different aspirations. So really working at being a better person every day rather than trying to be better than everyone else.
I'm a strong believer that there are many different ways to get to a specific destination. And that destination may not be the same for you as it may be for your friend.
I think coming into first year, a lot of students, one thing that they really are challenged with is comparing themselves to others and really like looking at like, oh, I got this grade in this course and another student got way better than me, and just being like, oh, that student's obviously smarter than me type of thing. But over the past 4 years, I've learned it's really important not to compare yourself to others, that every individual in the school and anywhere you're going to go has their own unique path, their own unique story. They've faced different challenges than you and they have different goals than you. And it's really important to really understand what you're good at and your strengths and your weaknesses and build on those, and kind of always focus on being better than the past you instead of being better than the person next to you.
Sometimes you're going to fail and you're not going to be able to do anything about it. And I think that once students understand that, they're going to be less afraid to actually take more opportunity, and more importantly, they'll be able to take every failure and learn from them. And I think that that's the most important thing. It might seem general right now, but it's something that I think everyone will experience at some point in their life, whether it be in university or even going forward after graduation.
There's always something to take away every time you have a conversation with somebody. And that philosophy that's what I discovered first year, and that's what carried through to the 4 years, and it has definitely benefited me in great ways that I could not have imagined.
Especially as Schulich students, we tend to really be hard on ourselves whenever things don't go our way, whether we don't get an exec position, whether we don't get that job we want, whether we don't get that mark we want, or anything else. But really learning from every experience and bettering yourself in the future